Memphis design is loud, playful, and bold, and today I will show you how to create these patterns to transform a typical theme section into something vibrant. I'm MengChi from Meng Design. I used to struggle a lot when dealing with inconsistent headshots, and I've learned that to make them appear cohesive within the same section, all we need is to process them systematically. We're going beyond just adding shape. I will show you how to use cutout and color blocking to keep the focus on the people while the patterns shine quietly and do the heavy lifting. To follow along, grab the free starter file link below. Everything is set up so you can learn by doing. Let's jump in. We'll start with the design right here. We got these 6 portraits. In a real project, you rarely get a perfect set of matching photos. These have different lightings and angles, but as designers, it's our job to make them feel consistent in style. I've already removed the background and placed them in frames. The frames are also linked to our pattern sources, so you will see the changes in real time as we design. Before we start to design, let's identify some Memphis design traits. Memphis is about geometric shapes like dots, stripes, squiggles, and more. The key is high contrast, thick neon, pastel, and heavy color blocking. Pattern 1 is extremely simple. Create a circle with 340 diameters and center it. Turn on the pattern field and set it to a hexagon grid with 8% scale. To keep the tile seamless, make sure you uncheck clip content and ensure no fill is applied to the frame. This rule applies to all the patterns we are making today. Draw a vertical line and set the stroke to 125. Outline that stroke and align it to the left. Duplicate it and move the copy to the center. Turn on your pattern field, align it to the middle, and set the scale to 9%. Create 9 small dots with 120 diameters, and place them randomly on your tile. Turn on the pattern field, set it to the hexagon grid, and adjust the scale to 13%. Open the blobs plugin. Keep complexity low and uniqueness high. Insert 5 blobs. Enter vector editing mode to remove the bezier handles. Then hold Command to drag them back out and adjust the shape. Arrange them in tile, scaling some up or down for a natural feel. Set a pattern to hexagon at 30% scale, and give your blobs 3 different levels of gray. Use a pencil tool to draw 5 squiggles. Simplify the vectors one by one. Then select the anchor points in the middle and choose mirror angle and length for a smoother look. Set your stroke to 20 pixels and arrange them randomly. Scale and stretch a few for variety. Set the pattern setting to hexagon at 20% scale. Create a layout guide with 3 rows and 4 columns. Set width to 0. Use the pen tool to draw a W with a 60 pixel stroke. Outline the stroke, go into vector editing mode, and use the cut tool to trim the left and right edges. Scale it up to 2 times to fill the tile. Set your pattern to 18% scale and offset the y-axis by -20%. Create 2 250 pixel squares and place them diagonally. Set the pattern scale to 34%. For variation, you can try vertical or horizontal rectangles, using a hexagon grid at 19% scale to create more movement. -10% in X or Y depending on your direction. To make sure the portraits remain a focus in each car, we need to add custom cutout. Grab all your portraits and duplicate them. Give the top duplicate a solid feel. Use that group as a mask to get a solid fill silhouette. Place it under your image layer and shift it slightly. 2 nudges to the right and 1 nudge to the top. This creates a subtle depth that makes the human stand out against the busy pattern. Memphis colors are loud, but in web design we need to be strategic. I provided a few palettes in the file. Start with a light background with a pastel pattern color and a bold cutout color to keep the focus sharp. Applying them one by one, you will see how the human face remains the center stage even with all that busy pattern behind it. I also provide another vibrant palette here if you want your Memphis style more prominent. And there you go, a Memphis style theme section that's vibrant but still professional. If you want to know how I pick these colors to complement each other with the portraits, I will be releasing a video on my color selection logic in the future. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on your notification bell. What's your go-to way to spice up theme photos? Leave a comment below. If you find this video helpful, please give it a like and share it with your design buddies. In the meantime, if you enjoy this retro vibe, you should check out my tutorial on halftone portraits right here. I'll see you there. Bye!